You can't do any,
How do you know that you went from regular session to executive?
yeah, who,
Two commissioners up at.
yeah, that's
Board of Health.
100%
I don't
incorrect.
think, I don't think.
They
that's-
argued with me.
Yeah, well, they're wrong, and they can argue with me, and I'll still
I
tell
think you
them.
have to
Thought about it. How do you recognize on the record
It's,
that you've come out of,
you're making an action. You're actioning from one type, yeah, you can't do that.
Anyway.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
so,
So you want to hear monies?
yep,
We have $39,000 left in the prosecutor's A budget that can be used for salary stipends. That would cover benefits. So the difference of $39,000, say you authorized $100,000, we would need to come up with $61,000 out of another option. No, wait, hang on, those were old notes. Scribble those off. This was from rough math from November when we had this meeting. Braden and I went through numbers. Sorry. We found $60,000 in prosecutors that we could use. And then that would leave $40,000 that we would need to come up with, plus benefits. I would ask that maybe we don't use ARPA funds, because we would need to go through the guidelines to see if it would fall under public sector monies or if it would fall under premium pay. The easy spot to take the monies from is I have done the juvenile detention billing, and we are going to have some excess funds there because we're going to use some reserves that had not otherwise been anticipated to use because we didn't have year-end numbers when we were doing budget. So we're going to use about $150,000 in reserves there, so that would free up money out of county operations.
okay. And I like that, but what I would like to do up first is you decide how you want to disperse this money. You knowing that you have $100,000, but we're going to spend the $60,000 first, and
Yes.
I don't want to commit money that we assume or believing that we're going to come up with. So I'd rather spend the $60,000, and if you do that in installments, whether it's quarterly or however you decide to do it, is there a concern there in doing it in installments?
No.
Didn't we talk about doing it quarterly?
Yes.
That's what we talked
In
about
the
before.
quarter after they had worked, right?
Yes.
So they had to work a full quarter to get the money?
Yes.
Well, we talked, what I was thinking, if you've worked less than a quarter, it'd be prorated.
Right.
Yeah,
So if
Yeah.
somebody hired on in October, or in November, they would get 2 months' worth.
yes.
Everybody would get their payment at the same time,
But then the other positive
but it'd
is
be
Yes.
prorated.
anybody that worked in October and then left, they wouldn't get
wouldn't
anything.
get
So you've got to work that full quarter to get the funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're going to need, after you come up with the plan of how much you're going to pay people for the quarter, we'll need to do a SAR approval form. That will, and we have a different SAR approval form that you'll use that says the dollar amount, and then we'll put per quarter. That'll have to be signed by you, and then we'll run it through the normal process so that we can verify funding, and then have commission signature on it as well. But it will not be built into the base salary for any employee. It'll be one time, well,
Yep.
quarterly.
Okay.
The caveat with the 40,000 is we'll need to move that from B to A. We could do that closer to when we know the 60 is going to be spent, but we will need to pay those stipends out of county operations because you cannot transfer money from the general fund to the justice fund. It has its own levying capacity and it's not.
That all works. Is everybody clear on what was said here today?
I have very better notes and I'm dating things so that we
Nancy.
can track.
Are you up to speed on this one? All right.
All right. With that being said, anybody else?
No, sir.
I think we're good.
We are adjourned.
Do you want a formal, before you do that, do you want a formal amount of money for the prosecutor's office?
I think we
An
said
up
it.
to
We
amount,
have
We
it
said
down.
100,000.
in a motion,
We don't have it in emotion.
That'd be great.
in a motion.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Let's,
Since you've done it once, let's do it again.
Mr.
Then I
Chair-
can find it if I need to.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we authorize up to $100,000 in a combination to be described at a time when it is put into a memo that we can clearly see where the monies are coming from for the prosecutor's office to be used at the discretion of the prosecutor.
we We have a motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And then I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion? All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.